What it do? It's your girl, Jackie. No. Okay. What we gonna talk about today? Let's start with, per usual, the astrology energies. We're gonna pull energies from the astrology deck. I know the moon is in late degrees of Virgo, and we got a stellium in Libra. It's in my falls in my 7th house. Okay, I wasn't looking. Saturn came out. We know Saturn is the planet that rules restrictions and boundaries and limitations. Saturday. So, what's being restricted or needs to be disciplined? What is that? Okay. Mars. Some extreme energy. Mars is the energy of what? Asserting yourself, being active, getting active, being passionate, fiery planet. So maybe some of these restrictions and disciplines are things that help your goals and desires and how you assert yourself. And maybe you need to assert yourself through discipline. But what's today? Today is Tuesday, Mars Day. Okay. Hold on. Let's pull another one because I like to have 3 cards. This one act like it's gonna come out. 3rd house. I'm gonna put that back. I would prefer an aspect card. But the 3rd house is Mercury. I mean, well, Gemini for real. Community and shit. Your friends and stuff. Family, like close brothers and sisters. Developmental stages, your process. Damn, another air sign came out. So we'll go with Libra. And we got a stellium in Libra. We had 3rd house come up. I'm going to keep that in mind. So I don't know what that's really talking about yet, other than the archetypal guide that I'm already observing from these energies, which is Saturn, restrictions, discipline, Mars, asserting yourself. Sometimes you have to assert yourself, and it takes discipline to do that. In order for you to have something to assert, you have to sometimes get discipline so that you can kind of perfect. That Virgo energy came out. No, that wasn't no Virgo energy, but the moon is a Virgo. Sometimes you have to discipline yourself so that you can take time and practice stuff and perfect it, so to speak, so that you can feel comfortable enough to assert yourself. And Mars is in Cancer, which is the energy of being comfortable, water sign, emotional shit. What I'm putting pool? I was trying to make my mind up. What up, Vipin, Qmar? Why you use that emoji? Why you use that emoji? Like we're kissing. I don't know you. The fuck? But what's up, Vipin? Since you want to kiss my subscribe button. And the like button. Kiss that. 3 cards came out at the same time. So that's cute. I don't really want to use these 3 cards though. We're going to start over. Because I was being distracted. I wasn't, yeah. Okay, we got the either inhibited or exaggerated foundation, which is for, or thoughts, or your ideas, not being able to ground them. Mentality. Not knowing how to square it. You about to, you know how you got a screw and you screw it and you tear the screw up, you strip the screw. You finna strip the screw. Not you, but this energy. What's up, Misa? Hey, good day. Peace, much love, and prosperity to you. I'm tuning in after your nap. Okay, then. Just check me out. I'm sure there'll be a message in here for you. Why did I use that card that had came out? Let's see. Stripping the screw. Okay, and we know that 4 is the energy of being comfortable, Cancer energy. So by not using your discipline or whatever, or maybe not even using it in the right way, you being disciplined for wrong reasons, or not being disciplined enough when it comes to the things that you're supposed to actually give a fuck about, it's stripping the screw. That shit is getting played out. Shit is getting wore out. And at some point you're going to square the circle, but it won't be no good because it's a screw. It's supposed to be grounded. It's supposed to be what's the word I'm looking for? Sharp. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Yeah. That's not how you square the circle. One, this is an over-exaggerated or inhibited one. We finna see in a minute, but this is not the solution one. First of all, let me make sure that y'all understand. In this deck, this is a numerology deck. Each card, which is it's labeled from 0 to 9, has 3 different perspectives of each numeric energy. So one, for an example, will have 3 perspectives. One will be inhibited, one will be solution, and one will be the exaggerated. I'm not sure which one this one is, though. I think this is exaggerated. I don't know. This might be the solution one. I don't know. Let me just shut the hell up and we're going to see. Hold on. Because last time when I looked at one, it was solution. And I thought it wasn't. So hold on. We're going to see. But we know that one is the energy of you, your independence, your individuality, you being self-aware, and that being the priority first. The sun is in Libra. 4 giving me energy of the sun since it's yellow, but what about it though? What about it? What's up? Damn, bro. I put the first 3 cards up because they always inhibited and exaggerated, and they still are. But let me not act like that's a problem. That's not necessarily a problem. This is 6, sex energy. I think this is exact. Let me pull the book. But with the 6 energy, we know that that's another form of androgynous. Yeah. So during the 6th stage or phase, you are supposed to be in a position that you've already created and found balance in, or maybe the balance is inharmonious just in general. But this is a whole different space. This is a space. 6 will be the space around you, an exaggerated form of the environment. Not exaggerated. Let me not use that since we're using that for different purposes right now. But anyway, so let's start with 4. So 4 is exaggerated. What do exaggerated mean? Doing too fucking much. Being extreme for no reason when it's not called for. Unless you want to be exaggerated. Sometimes people lie and exaggerate their truth for their own shadow ass reasons. But don't lie to yourself. And that's kind of what this represents. Yeah, thoughts being 4 energy. And it's exaggerated, lying to yourself, not seeing the truth right in front of you, not wanting to accept that, yeah, you need to start over somewhat when it comes to how you're thinking or the things that you use, your habits, shit like that, what you find comfort in. But the book says completely devoid of any structure. Because, see, you finna strip the screw with that bullshit. The screw about to be stripped and it ain't going to be able to be used anymore because it no longer has any structure. Completely devoid of any structure, the power of 4 explodes into all 4 cardinal directions. Only with great effort may the square be maintained. So it's going to take you a great shift in whatever you're mentally observing and how you're observing it. Whatever you're observing, the way you're observing it, you might have just realized, damn, it ain't shit like what I thought. And you got the proof to back it up. Or maybe that's the awareness that you are going to end up coming to or need to come to, unless you want to stay exaggerated. And I know it's all going to point to the one at some point, because here's the one. It's going to end up what you're exaggerating and how things need to be calibrated. You can start with the truth about yourself. So let me see which one is this. Hold on. This is the solution one. Okay. So you can start with the truth about yourself and what it is that you know that you value and the stuff that you want to accept and what you don't want to accept and the things that you are using or, you know, when it comes to how you're looking in your perspective of whatever it may be in your environment, people, places, things, actions, happenings, shows, TV shows, it don't fucking matter. If you can calibrate it based off of what you are, that will be a solution in itself. You know, but with the number 6, let me see. Let me read number 1. First of all, the solution is connected to all things, including all directions. It sits radiant, quiet, consciously in the center and is aware of its uniqueness and individuality. And once you begin to be aware of your uniqueness and individuality and the things specifically and like The uniqueness of, I already said that, but the specifics about your makeup and your energy and what you the things that you are supposed to naturally, I can't think of the fucking word, but once you come to grasp with that, all the things around you, the perspective of them will shift, and they can either fall off because that's what you want, or they will be transmuted. And when they fall off, it's like they never even existed at some point. If you just, go through that process, you'll come to realize those things that weren't any good for you, for the most part, it's just like they never existed, because you're connected to everything that you should be connected to. And if you're in your calibrated space, what you are connecting to will also connect to you, a reciprocal thing. People, places, things, whatever the fuck. And if you can let some of these things fall off that are not in alignment to what you know alignment is for you, it won't be a big thing later once you go through the process. I don't even know what I'm talking about when it comes to like, why am I explaining? Well, let me shut the fuck up, because I understand I'm doing a reading. Never mind. So number 6, I say that because I don't be, like I say, it's just sometimes I be feeling awkward when I go to talking about personal details of people's lives. Even though I'm not talking to a person right now, but I do know people are listening. So, but I also need to understand, I don't know y'all personally for y'all to even think I'm trying to be funny or something. So shut the, because a lot of times people don't like to take advice when it may go against, it may feel like criticism to them. But that's why I always remind during these readings and for myself, don't take anything as good as bad until you find the truth of it first. And then you can understand what to do with that, whether you want to accept it or reject it. But don't reject it before you even get a chance, like you're blocking all possibilities at that point. And that's like one of the main issues for humans, that they don't know how to accept something other than the construct that was given to them, if they are tightly in that box. And the box, that square, that 4, is trying to shift into another dimension, probably like an 8, a cycle, a tetrahedron type shit. But instead, the resistance is not, it probably is trying to be screwed in the wrong way. For an example, you know how lefty is loosey, righty is tighty. They're trying to screw it to the right, thinking that they're about to open it up and loosen it up. That's the wrong way. You're stripping the fucking bolt. You're stripping the screw. And that's the type shit. But number 6 is the inhibition. 6. That's an environment too, the womb, when let's not go too deep. But the creation. And we see how these things are naturally, they look like they're naturally rejecting and opposing each other. Excuse me, my back is itching. This is a it's reciprocating the same energy. It gives the same energy, both parties. And that's the androgynous environment. Number 6 is. Let me read it out the book. Inhibition. Dang, my back itching. Hold on. In the 2, triangles move in opposite directions, like naturally. They naturally resist each other and oppose one another, and it's no problem. And sometimes that is harmonious. Sometimes that is harmonious when people know how far to go with you, or how far to take people, or how much to indulge and how to have some restrictions. And what came out, Saturn, that Saturn energy of restriction. So it's not to say that you just resist the whole situation. No, because if you're developing into your own individual characteristics, yet being still in this world, then you're going to have to know how to maneuver in this world despite all the opposing factors in them. And it's not to say that you are supposed to be afraid of opposition. No, you just know how to work around it so those things don't fuck you up and play with you and goddamn throw you into a situation where you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on guard or something like that. So that discipline, modesty, have modesty before you have to be humbled type shit. Know what's for you and know what ain't for you, and don't internalize it as rejection, so that the reciprocation can be on some type of level ground, some type of even is understood, ain't no hard feelings type shit. The 6, the joining of 2, or 2 realizing that they have nothing to do with one another in some aspects. Because you can have relationships with people who are on 2 different pages with you because y'all connect in other areas. But in certain areas where y'all don't connect, don't mix the two. Have balance. Okay. Okay, what we doing next? What's next? No, let me keep these energies up. Because I almost put them back. Per usual, we're going to go with the black dark deck. Or the empathic. I'll probably read out the empathic as well. Yeah, I'm going to read the empathic first. What it do? Jackie knew. I need to make me a theme song. Or something. I sure wish you guys could join in with me. I don't even know if there's anybody in here because I can't see it. But if it is anybody in here, y'all probably be too damn scared to join in any fucking way. You won't even comment. Let me stop throwing my Mars and Cancer around. And Mercury and Cancer. I be throwing that bitch around sometimes. What's up, Legacy? Wow, she's pretty. Immediately started smiling. Oh, you see the energy reciprocal. That's harmonious sex. So, let me pull you in real quick. That's harmonious sex. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about energies and how you can relate those energies to like numbers and stuff. And that can give you a logical explanation of what's going on. But you might have to sit and listen to even know what I'm talking about when I say that. We got the element of fire. That's 10. This is the number 10. 10 is the energy of the beginning and the end, completion, because 1 + 0 = 1, which is the beginning all over again. So this is like the, when you, I was finna say the womb energy, but this is like coming through the birth canal and being born. Fire energy. And Mars is a signature for today. If you didn't know, today was Mars Day, Legacy. Mars is an energy. We don't have to look at them like it's a god or anything. But Mars is an energy that represents, well, it's a word that represents an energy so that we can be aware of it, of passion and assertion. Yeah, today's Mars Day, Tuesday. Dang, a good card came out and I put it back. But it's an energy of passion and assertion. And right now in the skies, Mars is in the space of Cancer. And no wonder I use that explanation of being pushed out the birth canal, because Cancer is the mother, emotions, and assertion, being asserted. I don't know how I know how I pulled that explanation out, but now I understand how, based on fire, me pulling the energy of Mars and Cancer out. Anyway, let me not ramble. Let's get to the point. So we're just pulling energies to make you more aware of the things that you are already sitting in, and not necessarily what you can expect, but how you can maneuver so that you can create the expectation and shit. Hold on, let me see what card that was. We'll use this one. Purity. Being modest and shit. Not having to be humble, because you don't have to humble somebody who's modest and pure. And like I said, what was I just saying though about that 6? Because that goes with what I was saying. I was talking about how keeping your distance and out of respect though for yourself first, and that'll allow somebody to give you respect too, whether y'all like each other or not. This number 6, opposing energy, being opposing to somebody but not having to be disrespectful with it, because you're modest, you're pure, your heart is pure, but you still got that fire. Ain't nobody weak. Ain't nobody finna get humbled, because it ain't necessary. You don't have to whoop good children. Anyway, one more card, and then we're going to read them out the deck to get even more information. Because we're, and I never did set a real intention. I did before I jumped on, but I also want to add the intention of course, the energies of today and whoever may come across this message. Mainly for today. I hate to restrict it to one day, because sometimes people can say these messages are timeless. The message may not necessarily be well, I ain't gonna say that. The lesson, yeah, the message will be timeless, but the specific details that I use may not necessarily be timeless right now. Anyway, the sun, look, the sun came out. Sun is in Libra. We got a stellium in Libra. And didn't Libra come out? Yeah, Libra came out. Okay. which is number 23. We know 2 is the energy of relating, being aware of something else so that you can finally be aware of the environment, number 3. And then we got number 3, 23. So this is kind of harmonious just in itself, being able to shine light on things and you perceiving them well, you being able to see exactly what's going on and not being disillusioned and goddamn blinded by the light. You knowing how to blend with things so that your equilibrium calibration filter of who you are and how you are can be used and you can observe life in a calibrated way based on you being able to see clear. And manifestation, because we always manifest and materialize. That's how we even got here. Manifestation, if you can see clearly and know what you're doing and got a better calibration and equilibrium, what you manifest will be beautiful and harmonious. Like, for instance, back to that number 6 energy, because we are in the space of relating due to the sun being in Libra and we having a Libra stellium. So whatever you are relating on with people, don't feel like your feet are being stepped on if somebody don't fuck what you like, because you will manifest some discord when it ain't necessary because you don't even fuck with them. And you, like, be for real. So don't feel no kind of way. I don't know what y'all got going on. You could have to go to a funeral or some shit, have family gatherings and things that you haven't had to come across in a long time. Don't exude the energy of I don't fuck with you because you don't fuck. Don't do that. Just understand and allow people to be where they at for real. Did I pull 3 cards? Hold on. I think, yeah, I did. I pulled 4. So let's dig in. We're going to start with what purity came out, fire, and then manifestation. And no, then the sun, and then manifestation. We got the story at the bottom of the deck, but we're not fucking with it right now because we don't have to. We know that we're creating the story as we go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I really prefer that, because knowing and expecting whatever's next gets boring. So don't be scared, because not knowing what's next can also be scary if you don't know that you are the one that can kind of orchestrate that in the first place. Don't be scared. If you scared, go to church. I'm sorry. All right, purity. I'm not sorry, my bad. I apologize. And I really don't apologize though. Let me chill. Okay. Purity. 4 energy. The same 4 energy. 4 prior to this came out like this though. But this 4 came out in the upright, so that's maybe we're headed in the right direction. So let me read it. In the innocence, this is the quote. In the innocence of the moment, one has no judgment of good or bad. Right. In the seemingly random moments of feeling, you tend to reach into the past memory of experiences and dictate it into the present, what the emotions of the moment should be. Exactly what I just said. And I'm talking about when it comes to other people and situations that you have to not necessarily re-enter, but maybe it is re-entering, but you're in a totally different space. So it's not really re-entering. Hopefully you're in a hopefully you're in a totally different space to whatever you know, to your prior experiences with whatever you're about to be relating to, so that when you relate, you can remember, I'm not even in that space anymore. Let me just be pure and brand new, you know? And that's going to throw anybody off that has bad intentions, or anybody off that was expecting something that you shouldn't do, especially not from other people. You can expect from you, but you don't need to be expecting from anybody else or any future experience that you haven't even went through yet. But people that are expecting whatever they're expecting, this will throw them off and open their heart, because it's some new shit that they, you know what I'm saying? So let me read it though. In the where was I at? What if you approach, wait a minute. Let me start over for the most part. You tend to reach into the past memory of experience and dictate into the present what the emotions of the moment should be. What if you approach each presentation from others with a possibility that the dualistic judgment of your path may be dictating your intentions? Like, yeah. So you need to realize that based off of your layered thoughts on the matter and on the past, that is going to shape your intentions, which is going to color your aura, which is going to have a cause and effect on your environment. Number 6 energy. Oh, okay. Which will have an effect on the environment that you have already created, you know, in the environment that you may find yourself in as you walk through this life. So things don't necessarily have to be opposing. Hold on, this is the wrong 6. That's the wrong 6. Wait a minute. Why did I pull that one up? But that was the wrong 6. This was this 6. Things don't have to oppose. You may find out over time, just by being pure and not expecting anything and not rushing it either, that things actually come together. That opposition really is harmonious. You know what I'm saying? So don't over expect shit that you don't like. Don't do that. With the energy of innocence, there may be an opportunity to gain a better understanding of all the forces that make up the moment, allowing a better set of choices to be made, all possibilities. You creating a whole different vibe between you and whatever you're relating to, because you're supposed to be the lord of your domain. You're supposed to be the one in control. You're supposed to be the one who is the effect, and not always is the one to be affected. Where am I at? With the energy of innocence, okay. It is not that you should not trust your instincts, but instincts gained from prior wounds serve no one. As an empath, or as a person who is aware and likes this type of information about wisdom and internal knowledge, you can feel beyond the pictures and the labels of your wounds, of your wounded past, right? By staying in the innocence of the experience. Stay modest. Don't be humbled by those past experiences. Don't bow down based on a previous bully, whoever that could be. And don't expect and try to rah-rah either based off of whatever the past was either. You just stay modest. Stay demure, men and women. And you do it in your own way. I ain't telling you how to do it, but you need to know, you got to come up with your own formula of that. Okay. So number 10, the fire energy. I meant to pay attention to the birds, but I haven't heard a lot of birds this morning. Never mind. I meant to pay attention to the sounds of the birds, because I noticed that sometimes when I listen to my videos, I be hearing the birds and they kind of be coloring the energy. Sometimes they chirp cute, sometimes they chirp erratic. Anyway, but they're not really doing nothing right now. They just chilling. It's probably too late for that. Too late in the morning. Too late in the early part of the day. Okay, fire. Fire creates. First of all, we know fire is passion. We already broke down the other little pieces of it, but the basic foundation of fire is just passion, transformation, because it's going to burn anything, and once it's transformed, it'll never be what it was previously. So yeah, this is that energy that we're talking about when it comes to purity, and it purifies. It also purifies. So you got to go through the fire for yourself. This is not saying have fire towards others unless they need it for unbiased reasons that are not personal to you, because right now we're transforming into who you are in the first place. So whatever was personal or offended you, or the trauma that you endured previously, whatever that was, it shouldn't be the same at this point, right? Not if you have purified yourself and changed and transformed and shit. So yeah, don't force a reaction based off of well, there's nothing wrong with catching yourself, but yeah, it needs to be natural. So yeah, you can force the reaction for now. Force the modesty. You can do that if this is a first time that you're kind of experiencing having to go through certain fire with other people. You can force the modesty just so that you can experience it until it becomes something that you wear on your sleeve, like something that's just a part of who you are, like because you're actually that brand new individual. Or by this time, you may don't have to force it. You know what's going on. But anyway, let me read it. So it brings back to the beginning of all material matter to its basic element, matter, what matters. It brings, what it say? It brings back to the beginning all material matter, all what matters. It brings it back to the beginning, to where nothing matters anymore. And now you can create the new matter. It brings it back to its basic element. Wood, as it burns its fuel, which is stored from the, hold on, why I can't read? Wood, as it burns its fuel, which is stored from the sun, releases the waters of its life as steam and smoke. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, what do they mean, which is stored from the sun? The fuel is not stored from the, what? I mean, I know it's a cycle, but okay. In its wake, and I just went to a wake the other day, like a funeral wake. So that's transformation. So right after it's dead, right after it's burnt, in the fresh part of the after effects of the transformation, the fresh part of it, one energy, being brand new again, but going through that birth canal and taking that first breath. In its wake, the ash of its physical being is left behind in the beginning. So you still may feel those shadow elements. So like I said, it's okay to not force. I don't want to use the word force, but self react. You know, that is kind of like the point. It's okay to catch yourself and be like, okay, let me switch that vibe up. It's okay to do that because remember, this may be something fresh and the ashes are still there. The reminiscences are still there. The same, hold on, let me see. The same experience of fire can be used by a skilled empath. I don't hate the word empath. They just use that word too much in this book, and I don't want to get people who's watching me fucked. I don't want y'all to get it fucked up. Empath, when it's saying empath, it's just saying people who are sensitive to their spirit and to the unseen parts of life. What it say? The same experience of fire can be used by a skilled empath to discover the basic elements of an emotion, right? You can slow-mo yourself and really look at what is causing this passion, what is causing me to assert myself before I even have a chance to think about it. Because fire don't think first, it just reacts. So if you're in a brand new space, you got to create that character light. You got to know what space you're in, and this is your opportunity to experience because you already have wait a minute. What I meant to say is an opportunity for you to experiment. That's what I meant to say. And you can't experiment unless you experience too. Like that will be the point of the experiment. Anyway, and that's Sagittarius energy crossing Gemini. But a collection of elements, hold on. Using the fuel of passion to burn away the weeds of the past, right? We can soon begin to discover that which is waiting to be created. A collection of elements and energies burnt back to their purest form with our own intention of creating from a place of illuminating light instead of stifling acrid smoke. I ain't never heard that word before. Acrid, ACRID. So yeah. And then after that, we got the sun. Maybe that's why I mentioned the sun. The sun is in Libra right now, so it's dealing with relationships and how you're relating to people more than anything. So, and I be hating to make it like people, but this is my opportunity to do that because I'm knowing that this message is more than likely talking about your relations between not just you and people, but the environment and stores that you may go to and how you just have the aura that you have and how people are going to react to you. And it could go even further than that or closer to you than that. But you take what I'm saying and you transform it and mutate it into what you know it to be for yourself. So the sun, 23, 2 being the energy of, we already said that. Let me read it. The sun shines in its time where it is needed without question. Nobody asked the sun to shine. It's going to shine when it wants to. Nobody can make the sun come from behind the cloud. Can't make the cloud move from in front of the sun. But anyway, the sun is the source of life that feeds. Wait a minute. The sun shines in its time where it is needed without question. At one with those who need its light. Right. Back to that one. Man, it be so many corresponding portions to where I don't be knowing how like where to stop. But yeah, being connected, you are the light, you are the sunlight type shit. You're connected to all of these things, and whatever you want to be open up to will open up to you too if you are in calibration with yourself. And that's just like the sun was just explaining. It shines where it is needed without question at one with those who need its light. So whatever you're needing is also needing you. Whatever you want will need, you know what I'm saying? However that shit need to go for you, however that positive and negative. Let me not say it like that. Whatever you're wanting is needing you, and whatever you're needing is wanting you. You know what I'm saying? In all directions, beyond people. It even accounts for items and material possessions and acquiring those things when you're in your own unique individual equilibrium space and satisfied with that. But you have to be gone through the fire though, individually and from a macro perspective with other people too, obviously, because the reading is suggesting that as well. So the sun is the source of life that feeds the plants of this world, each plant knowing their place in the balance of life, playing their role as one and the same with no separation. Exactly. You're not having to look at these people as if you got to combat them. No, you just understand y'all position ain't the same, and it's all good. It ain't no beef. They don't have to be like that, because I don't care. Like, it ain't no big deal. We can work together by being opposing to one another, not working together. That's harmonious sometimes. Okay. The plant giving sun purpose and the sun sustaining the plant. Right. The plant needing the sun and the sun wanting to sustain the plant. When the light of the sun is absent to the plants due to dark storms, clouds, or change of positions due to the seasons, the plants and trees of this world do not flourish. Right. So without you being yourself, you can't change your world. And if you change your world, the world around you changes. So by default, the ripple effect is you having an effect on the world changing at the end of the day. I don't care how insignificant you think you are, you're really very significant to this overall scope, because you are an individual just like everyone else is. And this is the hope for people. It's just in general. Let me see. When the light of the sun is absent to the plants due to, okay, I read that part. If the absence of the sun's light continues, the flora and fauna even wither and die. Could it be that as an empath, you play this same role to others? Exactly. Your source of light that flows through you being the very knowing of the Creator anchored to the earth in the service of the sustaining properties of love. I don't be liking when they be over exaggerating love energy, because they got y'all thinking that love is just goddamn the end all be all, and it ain't. Ask yourself, do you hold a space of purposeful light unimpeded by judgment? Or do you allow the storm clouds of others? Do you allow other people's energies to affect you? Do you allow y'all past to affect you, or your perspective of a person's old self? Because you don't know if these people have changed. So don't be one of God's children who is hating on another one of God's children, because that excludes you actually. But anyway, even the seasons hold a time for energetic rest and renewal as even the sun enters and leaves in its rotation. Right, even the sun needs a break. So sometimes a break in relationships is needed just because that's just natural, you know. So it could be even you in a household with a mate or some shit, and you thinking they being funny. How you don't know they just needed to recharge? How you know it's personal? Stop taking shit so fucking personal, because it ain't always about you from that perspective. It's about you from your perspective, but not when it comes to others, because they are dealing with the same dynamic. Them needing to be the center of their experience regardless. If you, let me not go too deep. Okay. Even the seasons hold a time of it. Okay, I said that. It is time to let your light move to its next purpose. Oh, is it time to let your light move to its next purpose? To let its illumination finish in its season with who you found yourself as a purposeful light, providing life-giving energy for them to flourish by attaching conditions to whom, this is a quote, by attaching conditions to whom and where you shine your light, by expecting a certain outcome, having expectations, and you are in actuality dimming your light. Step back and look at the situation with fresh eyes, and look at the conditions and expectations surrounding this situation. All right. Let the sun of Libra, the cell salts that's within it, and the environment and the atmosphere that it has created, shine light on the truth of these relationship dynamics. Don't be scary when it comes to the truth, and don't be scared to try out different methods of how you relate to your relationships in order to experiment, because Gemini did come out too. That third house of community and the people around you. That's right. Friends and shit came out. So yeah. So don't be afraid to test the waters so that you can know what's going on. And when I say that, I'm saying like be yourself no matter. Sometimes you don't have to. You already know that this is not a space to where I can be myself, and that would be you playing this 6 energy so that you can stay in your position so that others can stay in theirs. But also in order for you to transform certain relationship dynamics that you know are not on where's that for? Are not steady and have a real foundation. Yeah, test the waters on that one, because Mars is in Cancer. And this is a Mars day. Like, too many correspondences. Manifestation is this other card. I still got to pull out the black deck. Damn, this shit feel okay. Let me not complain. Manifestations 12. Okay. Today, I give myself the opportunity to manifest. My energy is abundant and I attract to myself that which is needed for my path. All right. Because we were talking about how these relationship dynamics and how you react and respond is going to, and your aura field, what you do when you're just alone by yourself. That is what creates your aura and your energies, which is your thoughts and your emotions. And based on that, that is going to be the cause and effect between relationships, and how that happens is going to be the cause and effect and just other shit too, you know. So that is going to be what you manifest. It did not come in up in the reverse, so we're going to read it as if it's in the light. So, and if that's the case, obviously you already have come to these understandings, and I'm just confirming those things, hopefully. Oftentimes, as empaths, we have forgotten that the energy of abundance resides within us. We become overwhelmed and disregard the importance of the physical aspects of life. Jobs that seem meaningless, bosses that are difficult, the people around you and your environment and shit, your friends, family, the people you got to live with, people that you have to see because they're family, you got a funeral to go to, or you need to end, whatever the fuck that case is. You know, that's what we're talking about. Or at any times it may seem that we need physical, hold on, jobs that may seem meaningless, bosses that are difficult, or at times it may seem that what we need physically in our life eludes us, it leaves us. But because of your connection to the earth, you are filled with a knowing of what it takes to attract to you what is needed at any given moment. Right, back to that one energy, you being in your unique individual self, expecting for life. Hey, I can expect that part, because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as far as me, whatever I manifest is based off of that. And I can expect things from myself. So that's the reason why I say you can expect certain, you can expect yourself to have the needs and necessities, because you know that you are in a calibration space to where the cause and effect is reciprocal. And you know that. So you can expect things when it comes to that. Yourself first. Don't expect anything necessarily out of other people. Let them surprise you. Or be wise, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all, let me not, you know what the hell I'm saying. Okay. But because of your connection to the earth, I read that your gift to the world as an empath, why they got to use that word every 30? Okay. Makes you an asset to the earth and its creator, as we are the ones who change energy. Yes, we're the ones that created all this. Why I was talking about that. You talking about your creator. What are we talking about if we're not saying that we are the ones that's creating this shit? So I don't be liking those dichotomies in obvious shit, especially when it comes to spiritual shit like this. Anyway, they will not let you fail. Clear yourself and ground and tap into the abundance that the earth wishes to give you. Have I asked the creator and earth today? Have you asked yourself what they wish to give me? Have you asked yourself and looked around your experience and asked yourself, what is it that that I need to manifest? What are the things that is supposed to be with me? And declare that you are worthy of those things, and those things will fall into place. That's how I pray, and it never fails me. Okay, and am I ready to receive from my journey's abundance? That's the part. Are you ready though? When those opportunities and the doorways open, are you going to do your part in order to sustain them? That's when you'll have to begin to pray to Jesus, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do to continue the reciprocation cycle type shit. That's when you're gonna have to get on your knees and hope to God, God damn it, you know. So, but even if you don't, and you know better, and that you also created that exchange between you and life and your reality, then fuck off and say he throw me off. Then you can reset. You know, you don't have to give up and say, well, let me go back to church. No, you can just reset yourself and try it again. All right. I'm pulling one card out this black deck and I'm finna dip. Because we only have 15 more minutes. I should have just covered up the time, because that's what's making me be like, okay, it's time. You can go now. I don't, I be trying to sit in the moment too. Sometimes it's difficult because I'm here too. I'm here with you. Hold on. Let's pull one card up out of this black deck, y'all. And also, I guess when I don't, never mind. Shut up. When I have interaction in the chat, that makes me get lost. I don't be thinking about the time no more. But when I don't have interaction in the chat, I be like, man, let me get the fuck. Is anybody even here? Is this thing on? One more card. All right, they shuffling real cute. Because sometimes this deck don't like to shuffle right. But it's shuffling right. Nice. All right. The Starborn. The Egg, the Womb. Number 3 energy. Or number 6 energy. Whichever one. Oh, number 3. Girl, be on point. But the Starborn. Getting ready to be birthed into a whole different experience. And work with that. Realize that. Understand that when you're asserting yourself throughout your experience every day. Assert yourself as that new individual, that new space that you're in. Declare that with your actions and the way the way you go about life. So that birth, because that's you being birthed through the birth canal, not knowing what to expect from this newness or this different space you're in, but continuing on through the process anyway, with courage and with determination type shit. But let's see what the book has to say. Just know I'll be on point. Look, my kids is gone. It kind of came out backwards. I ain't gonna stunt. But I naturally picked it up like this and kept moving. So even if you're being birthed in a you ain't no stillbirth, or the next experience isn't, at least. Even if there were complications, which they won't be, because what the doctor or whoever may say, oh, you have 5 months to live, you go to another doctor, you might not even have the disease that they claim you had, period, or some shit, because all possibilities. That's how being your individual self can shift and shape your actual life to that degree. And it's never too fucking late. So we already talked about number 3. That's the number that we are. That's the first individual. That is the first individual. Like, this is the individual. 1, 2, and 3 are the individual energies. And so that's your first experience. Let me not say it's the first individual, because 1 is. But 67 is the page number that's balanced. And this new experience, number 7, is the third number 1. I hope my terminology isn't too confusing, but I know what I'm saying when it comes to that. Page 67. Also, let me shout myself out real quick. Do you take Cash App? I take PayPal and Venmo. My Cash App is down. So I got all that information in my description. I was just going to say that too. If you are interested in further information, we have a Divine Feminine course coming out in the middle part of this month. The tickets are $50. It's a 2-week course. 2 classes per week. 5 instructors. 5 or 6. I'm going to be teaching, instructing, or guiding you when it comes to these signs and synchronicities and how I stay on point, because it be so obvious when you have kinged your eye. It's not magic like that. It is magic because you're breathing is magic, but it ain't no spooky shit. It's right in front of you at every moment. But to be aware of these things, that's what my lesson is about. And really more so of anything, back to the starborn, how things came to be in the first place, how you even manifested you, and how you manifested your scenarios just being here. And anyway, let me just read this. Okay, so an elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, right? The starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said. Oh, I'm sorry. If you are interested in that course, I don't know if you have IG, but follow me on IG and inbox, or you can email 717. Damn, I don't know the damn email address. Just hit me up on IG or comment, and I'll reply with the information. Comment on the regular thread. So, the starborn. Where was I at? I got to get my damn Cash App going too. The royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. It's talking about your birth chart, your astrology chart, and the energies that you came through this portal through to be born. The royal stars, okay, I read the part. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose. Right. Aiming itself towards a future that is beyond the mundane. So basically, this is telling me you already got everything that you need because you already here. You manifested yourself here. How can you not have everything that you need to sustain this shit? It's just that we get confused and caught up with other layers of what people around us has created as far as our number 3 energy, our environment, or your 6 energy. You know, how you the environment that you maneuver through. Those things have been distorted, but you can always zoom back to yourself and find your own calibration. And if everyone were to do that, then that would help. But even if they don't, you still have a knowing of the things that are right, wrong, and that you have a purpose. And that will drive you to what it is that you need to know as far as your purpose is eventually. And it's not about the destination at the end of the day. It's more of the process. Let me say at the end of the day, it is a destination. But through the process, you have to be happy with that and find the joy in that. You wanted to experience this shit. You would have manifested yourself here if you didn't. Or maybe you let me not go too deep on that, but overall what I'm saying is everything that happens is all boils down back to you. And if you can find some equilibrium, those things won't have to be something that's fucked up. You don't have to look at it like that. Even when things are fucked up, you can see the purpose out of it, and you can appreciate that, and that will outweigh the depression of it or the shadow. You know what I'm saying? You'll shine some light on these things. But anyway, when this card appears, travel back. Hold on. Yeah. When this, because destination and purpose, aiming itself towards a future that is beyond the mundane. Okay. The starborn naturally feels a sense of, because they had this in red, destination and purpose, aiming itself towards a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. Yeah, ask your mama what happened while you were in the womb. Like, what type of environment were you in, mom? And if you don't know your mom, just look at your birth chart. You know, because we don't got to go too deep into my background and history, but I know if you don't know your actual physical starting point, you always got the stars to give you other ideas and understandings and knowings of where you came from and who you are, which will allow all possibilities, your experience, to begin to straight up show you right in front of your face, and you ain't got to even know your mama. Where am I at? When the story card appears. Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than as a series of logistics. Yeah, practicing yourself as who you supposed to be. Like when you were a child, I know everybody has these thoughts of, what will I be when I grow up? And you hopefully have a great idea of that. So that still is a template that can be used today. Don't forget what that idea was that you had as a child and incorporate it today. Don't hold on to it. Don't forget that shit, because I promise you those energies are still with you. And that wasn't when you're in your most purest state, being born brand new as a child. Yeah, you have a clearer perspective and idea of certain things that you may don't see the significance in as a child. But if you can remember those things, that will give you starting points as well. Practice seeing your life from a mystic. Okay, read the story of the three fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. Whatever. That's, hey, they gave you their advice, and I just gave you mine. Whatever. When this is in the light, it's a light, trusting, vibrant, and it's aimed. It know it's finna be born. Side note: have your chart read. Study your constellated shape. Right. Just look at the geometric shapes that the actual chart itself. If you don't understand astrology, just look at the shape of it and go within yourself. I promise you, this shit work. Yeah. Hey, if you're watching this, you probably already know this work. But if you don't, just try it, mother. Let me not get. I be getting too comfortable because I swear I be forgetting I be on live, y'all. I was going to say something that wasn't necessary. What does the process conjure in you? Yeah, let these things elicit certain emotions, and you take those things as face value and not throw them up under the rug like, oh, it wasn't important. Yes, it was. It was important. That's the reason why you lost yourself in the first place, not taking yourself serious. Faith or mistrust? Hold on. What does it elicit or conjure in you? Faith or mistrust? What would happen if you saw the galaxy as your ally? Because it is your ally, it can be. This all depends on your perspective. One more side note. When this card appears, don't be surprised if you receive a surge of desire for a long lost dream. Okay, I'm glad I read that shit. And you probably already got that little inkling already. And I'm putting fire to that. If you already had that ruminating in the backdrops of your mind, guess what? You're going to remember it later on today. Or you might even know what that is that I'm talking about. And it could be something that you don't see the importance of, but you remember a time when that was everything and you really liked it. And it seemed important at the moment. Go back to that or that vibe or that space a little bit. You ain't got to go back to the specific thing. Go back to that space that you were in so that as in the space that in your more matured version of you, you can find a different version of that can still be used today type shit. Did I word that right? I don't know. Hopefully you understood what I said. If you receive, hold on. One you haven't visited since childhood, let this desire share you up. Okay. And if you can't think of something, start thinking now. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna dip. Thank you guys for sitting in with me. And I fuck with y'all later. Peace. I fuck with ya. Okay. I'll let y'all. Bye.